Hello students, welcome to lecture number 5 on unit number 6. The topic of discussion is modulation, need of modulation and amplitude modulation. In that, amplitude modulation transmission and amplitude modulation reception. Let us discuss what do you mean by modulation. So why modulation is required? In the last session we discussed electromagnetic spectrum, EM spectrum. So EM spectrum specifies that we can transmit the signal without the help of any wire in two ways or three ways. One wave is radio frequency waves, the second wave is microwave, and third wave is infrared frequency waves. So now with the help of that, how we can transmit signal and how we can receive the signal, that basic concept we need to understand. So that concept is related with modulation. For example, if we want to transmit any signal, any data, for example audio signal, using this antenna. So this is the symbol of antenna. So how the baseband signal, so this is the signal that we want to transmit. So that is very low frequency signal. So mainly we consider audio frequency signal. So audio frequency range lies between 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So this signal lies in 20 Hz to 20 kHz. This signal we want to transmit using this transmission antenna. But what happened? The low frequency signal we cannot directly transmit using transmitting antenna because their frequency is very low. So there are methods available to transmit this low frequency signal with the help of some carrier. So carrier helps to transmit this signal using long distances. So now in modulation technique, the modulator circuit performs that part. What that modulator performs, it accepts the modulating signal, we can call the original signal or data signal. Now that data signal is called as modulating signal. This we want to transmit with the help of the another signal that is called as carrier signal. So carrier signal is generated by the RF oscillator, radio frequency oscillator. This radio frequency oscillator generates high frequency signal. Now using this high frequency signal, we can transmit the original modulating signal either by changing the amplitude of carrier with the help of instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal, or by changing the frequency of carrier in proportion to instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal, or phase of the carrier signal in respect of the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. So in case 1, we change the amplitude of carrier. The change in amplitude is proportional to the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. That is called amplitude modulation. And second, we change the frequency of carrier signal in proportion to the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. That is called frequency modulation. And third case, we change the phase of the carrier signal in proportion to the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. So based on that, that is called phase modulation. So we have only two methods for the discussion: amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. So this modulator circuit performs that role, and then that modulated signal, that is the modulated signal with the combination of the original signal and the carrier signal is called as modulated signal. Modulated signal is given through RF amplifier, power amplifier to the antenna. Then it transmitted. And in the receiving side there is a receiving antenna, there is a demodulator, and there is a final display. So why this modulation is required? So modulation is required for 5 reasons. The reason one is to it reduces the height of antenna. So that facilitates that the antenna height is tremendously reduced, and some meters of antenna is only required. It avoids mixing of signal. So in atmosphere, we know that n number of signals are available, but there is no mixing taken place. So it avoids mixing of signal, allows multiplexing of the signal. So we can send n number of information through one particular bandwidth channel only. So that is called allow multiplexing of signal. Allows long distance communication. So it facilitates to transmit any information from one place to a far long place, and it also improves the quality of reception. So all such reasons so that we are performing modulation. So what is standard definition of modulation? So modulation is an operation of varying amplitude or frequency or phase of carrier signal according to the instantaneous amplitude or magnitude of the baseband signal or modulating signal. Baseband signal is also called modulating signal. Now further we discuss this. Now there are three types of modulation based on that: AM, FM, phase modulation. In AM, the carrier amplitude get changed. In FM, the carrier frequency get changed. And in phase, the phase of the carrier get changed according to the modulating signal. Frequency get changed according to the modulating signal. Amplitude get changed according to the modulating signal. So this is amplitude modulated signal. So now the signals are shown in terms of waveform. So in amplitude modulation, we can see that this is the original modulating signal or the data or the audio signal that we want to transmit. So this signal is, you can see that the time period is large for one cycle. So that period is large, so that frequency is very low. So this is only within the range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So carrier signal, you can see that it's very high frequency signal. The period of one cycle is very small as compared to this. So that the frequency is very high. So it is generated by this oscillator, RF oscillator. So this is carrier signal. This is the first signal. This is carrier signal. It is given to the modulator, and the output of the modulator, so that is modulated signal. So this is the modulated signal. So which modulated signal? Here this is the amplitude modulated signal. So we can see that, so there is a this particular waveform on the top, and the bottom side is actually the original signal that is carried by this particular carrier signal. So this, in between these two, you can see that this is carrier signal, and a carrier carries the modulating signal. And what it changes here, the frequency of carrier is not changed. You can see that the carrier frequencies remain same. Only the amplitude of carrier get changed, so that it is called amplitude modulation. So in this particular signal, we can say that this is the ground line. Above ground line is upper sideband, and below ground line is lower sideband. So there are two sidebands present. So if we plot the frequency spectrum, so I have explained that the frequency spectrum is the graph of amplitude of frequency versus amplitude. So frequency in y-axis, frequency in x-axis, amplitude in y-axis. So you can see that this is the original carrier frequency fc, and we get two sidebands, F LSB and F USB. So that is with the same bandwidth. So this completely is the bandwidth. So this is the upper sideband, this is the lower sideband. So USB means upper sideband, LSB means lower sideband. So amplitude of upper and lower sideband is same. It is MEC upon 2. It is the amplitude peak value of carrier. EC is peak value of carrier upon 2 multiplied by M. M stands for modulation index. So here also amplitude is same and carrier amplitude is EC. So what about the frequency? Because this is the frequency axis. So carrier frequency is FC. So what is USB frequency? F USB frequency is FC plus FM. So this is the frequency of modulating signal plus frequency of carrier signal. And F LSB is the subtraction, FC minus FM. So this complete is the bandwidth. So that is equal to 2 times FM. So this is about amplitude modulation. Similarly, in frequency modulation, this is the original sound, original signal, that is called audio signal, and the same carrier signal that is not shown there. The same carrier signal, their amplitude is constant, and finally what we get? Frequency modulated signal. This is frequency modulated signal. This is modulating signal. This is carrier signal. Same is used here also. And this is third waveform is what? frequency modulated signal. From the definition of frequency modulation, what we understand? The frequency of the carrier get changed according to the instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal. As the amplitude of modulating signal changes, you can see that the frequency of the carrier get changed. Here the amplitude of the carrier is remain constant. Only frequency of the carrier is get changed. So this is the difference. In amplitude modulation, what happened? In amplitude modulation, we can see that only the amplitude of the carrier signal get changed. Their frequencies remain constant. But here amplitude is remain constant, only frequency get changed. But the difference between amplitude and frequency modulation is that here n number of sidebands are produced by the frequency modulation. This is original Fc, then Fc minus Fm, then Fc minus twice of Fm, Fc minus thrice of Fm, and so as. So there are n number of sidebands, lower sidebands, and n number of upper sidebands. Fc plus Fm, Fc plus twice Fm, Fc plus thrice Fm, and likewise. So Fm produce n number of sidebands, whereas Am produce only two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband. So this is Fm. So this is comparison of Am and Fm. So Am transmitter. So what is actually the transmitter circuit? This is the block diagram of transmitter circuit. In transmitter circuit, this is the crystal oscillator. This is the class A. This complete part is actually the carrier signal, right? This carrier signal, these three are the carrier signal generation circuit: RF oscillator, class A, RF buffer amplifier, and class C RF power amplifier. These three are the carrier signal, and this here we are applying the audio signal. It is get first filter, then it is pre-amplified, it is further amplified, and it is given to, we can see that it is given through the modulator, AF class modulator, to this class C RF modulator. Actually this is high level modulator. Okay, so this here the modulation take place. So this modulation take place, what we have seen the block here, this modulator, this modulation take place here. Here the modulation take place, and then it is further amplified and it is given to the antenna. Means this complete three circuit blocks are actually carrier signal, and these complete three blocks or four blocks are audio signals and their amplification. And here the modulation take place, and after modulation the modulated signal is transmitted through transmitting antenna, or it is either further amplified. Sometimes what happens, power amplifier is also connected and then it is transmitted. Either this circuit is there or this may be there. This is AM transmitter. And AM receiver. Now this is receiving antenna. Now the signal is transmitted and available in atmosphere. Now antenna get received, and there is a first RF amplifier, then there is a second RF amplifier, then there is a detector circuit, and for all three there is a gain, automatic gain selector or gang tuning circuit is also there. Then this AF amplifier output is given to power amplifier. So here this detector separates the carrier signal and the original signal. So carrier signal is rejected and only audio signal is passed and it is displayed on the speaker, or it is given to the speaker. So these three stages or four stages are of the AM receiver, and this AM receiver is of tuned radio frequency type of receiver. There are two types of receiver. The first one is TRF receiver, and the second one is this super heterodyne type of receiver. In super heterodyne type of receiver, this is the receiving antenna, there is RF filter, there is a mixer, there is oscillator. So here with the help of this oscillator and mixer, the IF frequency get added. So this is IF amplifier, AM demodulator, AF voltage amplifier, and it is given to the speaker. So this is super heterodyne type of AM receiver. You can further read this in more details in the textbook. These two types of receiver. So if you only read the super heterodyne type of receiver, then also it is accepted. TRF type of receiver is not popular. This type of receiver is not popular. But modulator, you can read this high frequency modulator. So transmitter is one type mentioned here, but in textbook two types of transmitters are mentioned. And receiver also, you can only prepare this super heterodyne type of receiver. We will discuss more detail in next lecture. Thank you.